after the election where them do. We still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, it don't they be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food. Cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain. We don't tire to complain. I see the bad way you've been do. You don't tear Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. And take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not they off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun la wa mo.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary.
So as you are joining, if you can do me that favor, share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. You probably will learn one or two things from this broadcast. So share it, invite them, because Maiyegun today.
Diary Politico. Godfatherism.
That is true. My friends on Facebook, it's easier for you to invite the Buharidins, the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus. The Buhari Shukus, the Oneka Aris, the Ungozi Aris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the ombud slaves, and on and on and on. Tell them.
Lórí Facebook. And yes, we like Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like
Only did not fund the on one anya. On 1 hour, any name is good. The young man was saying he's only really called guys. All them don't know what for now, I know. I only the head of some. I don't want
Thank you very much. That was Ladipo Market that got burned. You know, that's the leftover of the famous Ladipo Market in Lagos. A lot is happening in Nigeria, as usual. But the recent happenings between Russia and Ukraine is taking the world stage and every headline out there. But there is something that usually you won't be surprised anyway, because Nigerians themselves, they have grown thicker skins. They have become kind of, indifference because of this bad and terrible news that they are accustomed to. Talk about 10 people killed. Oh, well, just 10. Talk about 200 people killed. Wow, that's a lot. 200. Everybody continue, and doesn't really make any word headlines and what have you. Just same thing that happened at Ladipo. Markets in Nigeria, markets in southern Nigeria, all over the place have been catching fire of late. And millions and billions of properties are lost. Nobody is, in fact, as a country, as a government, actually cares. Nobody cares. But the uncareness of your own criminal leaders in Nigeria has rubbed off, not just on those of you who are in Nigeria, including those who have left Nigeria. And that is exactly what we have in Ukraine. There was a kind of alarm raised about 2 weeks ago by this same Western power. They said all their citizens should leave Ukraine. Then nobody was 100% certain that Russia is going to start the whole attack and all of that. But they were certain. So today, why the rest of the world and their citizens who are currently stuck in Ukraine or struggling to cross the border today are doing so? You will never hear that Americans were found at the border. They trekked like Zimbabweans or Zambians or South Africans or Nigerians. So today, we are battling with that for those who came from countries where they felt like maybe it's never going to happen. And then just yesterday, I don't know what is being propagated on social media, how strong the audience on social media, as well as the audience on probably their mainstream media. But there's something I have also observed. Their media just also raised an alarm that all these Western citizens, Europeans, Americans, and whoever cares for their own citizens. If you are a citizen of any of these countries, you are advised to leave Russia. Now, these two, because of the kind of who we are from Nigeria, that is why this, my own broadcast, is not going to be about who you support or who you are not supporting. It is what you are not possibly supporting because you're not paying attention to it. I know many people will say, what option do you think they have if they have to leave Russia right now? Well, I bet it won't be, if it's not going to be too late, it won't be like that of the Ukraine, where it is complete yam pepper scatter scatter. But this is what I mean. They have raised the alarm now. And as we speak, all their investments in Russia, all their, establishment in Russia, they are beginning to divest them now. They may not make much deal or big deal to you. But if you are in Russia as a student, yeah, I'm not saying that they are going to attack Russia tomorrow. But the impression right now all over the world is that with the way the world is arming and ganging, grouping to defend Ukraine, it may eventually lead to what you and I possibly won't want at some point. Now, being alerted, and at the same time remembering where you come from, then when the chips are down, there are some people who get first chance and better chance than yourself, especially if you are from Nigeria. Okay? So there is the alarm, and as we speak, if you have been following all the barrage of sanctions and all of that against Russia, as you are watching this video right now, they are decimating, they are trying, they are weakening the Russian financial sector, the economy in every way. So, and this is already taking a toll on their own economy in Russia. I'm not saying they can't bounce or weather it or do that. As many of you are professional in this international politics. I am talking about what you are not paying attention to if you consider where you come from. I am from that Nigeria. If UK is going to be attacked tomorrow, and the Americans are calling their citizens back, everyone is calling their citizens back. The evacuation plan for those who are Westerners in UK, when UK is under attack, is never going to be similar to the evacuation plan of Nigeria. And when you receive a warning, what do? You begin to plan yourself ahead, not until when you are Ukrainized, like what happened in Ukraine to our brothers and sisters, because this is it. They have to figure it out. Ukraine is a little bit smaller. In Russia, there are many Nigerians who are studying there too. I am saying this simply because of those who are students there. You are watching me from Russia, and as we speak, Russia is like America to some of you, because nobody can just nuke Russia without expecting Russia to respond. But nuking Russia with nuke or bomb or soldiers and the rest of them, that is a long one. What about the current one that is already going to stifle you, strangulate you? And with what we have witnessed in Ukraine, what do you think your position will be when every chip is down? So we are beginning to see that they've removed Russia banks, Russia financial institutions, and so others, Russia businesses, what have you? They have removed them from SWIFT. I was reading about that. What is SWIFT? SWIFT, they said that is a sort of international or multinational financial text messaging system. So which means if you are transacting any business as a country or as a business in Nigeria now, if you're transacting a business with America, it is through that SWIFT that your message of a monetary transaction, right, can either get flagged or possibly where people can actually verify that you are genuine. So it's sort of WhatsApp, they say it's a WhatsApp of international businesses. So all these big companies and all of them, they connect through that. So once you are cut off that, yeah, nobody trades with you. And in this regard, in Russia, as we speak, indeed, they have, what do you call it? This barrage of sanctions here and there is taking its toll too. So if it eventually leads to you having to leave, what is your own plan B? Obviously not Nigeria, because many people are realizing that so late right now, especially in Ukraine. As much as we sympathize with them and we continue to, give support, especially all of those who have volunteered themselves, not just providing information, including those who are also raising funds to support the victims of the Ukraine war. But because this is what I see, this is what I found out. Russia is not going to be attacked believably. That, it's not going to be attacked just like that. But as we speak, the level of ammunition, weaponry, and the rest of that they are moving into Ukraine or Ukraine border and the rest now, as well as the determination, they are doing peace talk now. Us in Africa would rather say, may God just bring peace, make all of these things just go away, okay? But I remember that they were doing a peace talk when Putin and when Russia moved all their soldiers, weaponry close to the border of Ukraine. They didn't launch. At some point, they said they are already withdrawing. So with the belief that they were never going to attack Ukraine. Okay? So, but as we speak right now, they said they are having a peace talk in Russia, in Belarus. Okay? So they're having peace talk in Belarus. Meanwhile, the same Belarus and they have done a referendum that says that Russia, that put them out of a neutrality of a nuclear nation, non-nuclear member. So now, which means now that they are now nuclear, so it means Russia can move their nuclear weapon close to Belarus, and that's so close to Ukraine as well, and the rest of the world as well. America they've already built $3 billion. They've given them $300 million, right? The moment Russia fired the first shot, America gave them $300 million. They've already budgeted $3 billion for Ukraine. They are already sending fighter jet, what do they call them? Anti-missile, this and that to Ukraine. Belarus is also mobilizing to join Russia in in Ukraine. So, in a nutshell, what people are saying is that the West probably are envisaging, they are envisaging something longer that will be difficult for those who are their citizens who are going to be in Russia, find it difficult to escape or leave. They haven't got there yet, though. There's no much but there are also impression that, yes, Ukraine is not actually the center or it's not real, the real target. That there's a big fish that they are trying to drag out. Maybe the big fish is they know themselves, okay? And they quickly want to tame this. We don't know how it's going to go. But whatever it is, consider yourself in this scenario. Don't look at this as somebody who is an expert in this international this and that. That's not the point now. The point here is this. You as a black person, you as a black man or a black woman, a Nigerian to be precise, use that, in fact, use as a Nigerian. When the shove come to push, I've been a push come to shove, whatever, where do you find yourself? Who do you think, or where do you think you will land? Me, as a person, if eventually they are coming here, there is no two way to it, okay? When the sky is still open, I can grab what I can grab, and then, find a safety for myself and my family. And when it gets to a point whereby you have to fight, Baba, of course you have to fight. No. But here you are. This message is not for those in Nigeria. So don't mix it up, all right? Because we know what they have done to you. Some of you, or let me say, majority of you today, all of these things happening in Ukraine, they are not new. Can a big deal? Who sent them there? That's your feeling. Okay?
So I'm talking to people who believe right now that they have their lives figured out. Now, here we are in the whole turmoil. Some of them are still there in Russia. Some are in that Ukraine. Some of them are still in some of these NATO, NATO countries, including myself here in the UK. But we are far from Russia, at least. But I'm talking about those neighbors who have you there, like in Poland, in Romania, all those places. So you probably feel like you have your life figured out, like our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Some of you, including Poland, God bless you, some of you have been feeling like, yes, Nigeria may be bad, but you still love Nigeria from abroad, like our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. The reason why many of you feel like you have figured, it's not because you have become this, what most people want or always dream of. I want to become rich or that. No. You find out that all you need in life is just stability. Excuse me, stability. If you are living in a place that is stable enough to allow you to pursue your own potential to its fullest, no matter the limitation that comes your way, but somehow you've left Nigeria and you are now at that stage. You come out, somehow you have figured out your life. Then all of a sudden, boom. But before that, despite you are far away there, you are still kind of a proud Nigerian. Now, I am not trying to judge you. I'm only trying to say, let's put this scenario in perspective. The people who once told their own citizens to leave Ukraine, where many of you, international political, international relation expert, international this and that, were telling us what you thought would happen. Then this happened. And if the scenario continues and you find yourself as refugees in these places, is it that then that you will realize that Nigeria that they want us to hold on to, the Nigeria that has done so much damages to the psyches of those who are back in Nigeria, by those who want to make life even better, either whether you are home or abroad, that Nigeria they are telling you to hold so dear, do you think it will come to your aid like it did for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine? It's a warning and it's a progression. And as things are going, if it ever gets escalated, what is your plan? Today, they are saying that all Ukrainians, with people with Ukrainian passports, they can travel to Germany. There's a train taking them from Poland to Germany, free. No visa, no nothing. There are those that are told that, Ukrainian, are you Ukrainian? Yeah, you jump in first. But because of the uproar, the cries of those who are not Ukrainians, students, like some of you are watching me right now from Russia, here is the one you, right? Until the uproar, the cry, the outcry, they want to kill us. We have been walking for days. We got to the border safely. Now, they want to shoot us. They want to kill us. We are students. This kind of scenario should play in your head a bit. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to bring you to that reality and think about it for a minute. From that comfort zone, so close to the war zone, what do you think Nigeria is asking you to do as the safety before it happens? I'm just asking.
We don't have arms. We don't have arms. We don't have arms. We are students. We are students. We don't have arms. We are students. We are students. We are students. students. We are students. We are students. We are students. Check out your phones. Check out your phones. We are students. Check out your phones. Pablo. We are students. We are dying. We are dying of cold. We are dying of cold. We are dying of cold. Everybody go down. Everybody go down. We are dying of cold. We've been here for 3 days. We died of cold. This is unfair. This is unfair. Why point gun as foreigners? Why point gun as guns? Why point gun on us? You have to find your mind. Please go on live on Instagram. We don't have arms. We don't have guns. We are students. We are students. On us. What the fuck is happening? What? We don't want. We don't have arms. We got nothing. We don't have arms. We have nothing. We are students. 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 What's up? We are students. We are students. You don't understand what you're not black, so you cannot solve. Dude, they can't shoot us off. Thank you. Thank you.
As refugees, they traveled to Ukraine, and to study. They traveled to Ukraine for education, and they ended up as refugees in different countries around Ukraine. Situation changed, and here we are. Nigeria can, and now they are telling us to be wary of what is possibly coming. And it is good to possibly tell ourselves that we are just sojourners in all these parts of the world. At a time, we are going to be reminded of who we are and where we are from. And that is more reason why when what the politicians in Nigeria, what they have done to that country and the people should never be forgiven by anyone at all, especially those who still have their conscience. Usually you wouldn't expect that to come from Europe, would you? When you are watching all the broadcasts about kidnappings, ransackings of villages in northern Nigeria, in eastern Nigeria, in southwest Nigeria, when you watch all these videos from the comfort of your own rooms in diaspora, you probably would never believe a day will come that many of our own brothers and sisters in Europe, these are not people who are trying to cross the border or trying to cross the desert. These are not people who are trying to travel to Europe by sea, by canoe or by trekking the desert. These are people who are settled down and they thought they had their lives figured out. Do you get what I mean? So probably you never thought a day would come that you would see such things that you have been seeing in seeing in Nigeria in the past few years. So it's a call for sober reflection. Let me show you something that is similar to it so that you will know that if not because of the damages done by the rogues and the criminals in Nigeria, the empathy they took away from the people and the people they destroyed internally, our fight to to a better life or for families and the rest are never 100% going to always be from abroad, so to say. It's always going to be from where we come from. But the politicians in Nigeria destroyed us so much. They did that so well, so much that our people are so weak to even fight back. So look at this. This is something similar. Whatever you see out there right now has been happening in Nigeria But you see, those living in Nigeria, the politicians there, they have destroyed them psychologically so bad that they don't even give a damn. It's not new. This was January 2021.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that area.
No.
And
How
then
much?
people died.
But say how many people they kill there?
Okay.
Killer.
They have killed many people. But at our many people, many people have lost their lives. People are still migrating because of that. At Modudu and other areas.
What happened?
It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
They are killing the people.
Anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down.
So, but if you check with the people in Nigeria, you see that video, that incident, right? Saw tens of thousands of people run away from their villages to the neighboring country in Yoruba land. But you see that incident, huh? Many people in many people in the same state that it happened, Ogun State, they have no clue that happened. Talk less of even knowing the people who are the victims. I have been playing this video for the past 1 year, and their reaction is the same. Nothing. As long as nobody is stopping them from going out to start their own Okada to go and make their own money for that day, there is no problem. Do you understand? It is what the politicians in Nigeria did to them and their psyche. They have been destroyed psychologically. Nothing moves them until it happens to them. So when something happened to them, for example, right? When they are like, when their loved one dies in a ghastly motor accident because of a rickety car they are in or a terrible road they are driving on, right? That is the moment they feel the agony of what Nigeria is. But they will soon, instead of that agony or that pain, to get them to make a move and put an end to it and begin to have that spirit of, we will end this until it happens to somebody else. I won't let this happen to somebody else, right? That pain, always like kind of cemented them. From that moment on, nothing really moves them. And if you check many of these Nigerians who have suffered this kind of, preventable pains, then you realize that as long as they are still alive, whoever dies, well, whoever gets displaced, well, God help them. It is not normal. It is as a result of decades of abuses where people have no right to even demand for what is right. So everybody now turned the place to the survival of the fittest. And what do you get from the survival of the fittest? It is dog eats dog. And that's exactly what you have. Nobody feels it. People, children, 6 pregnant women, they were put to forced labor because they were running away from those communities. They put to labor. They gave birth in forceful birth. Why running away from their killers? Well, there's absolute nothing there in Ogun State. It doesn't move them. And when it doesn't move you, how do you expect it to move the world? Look at Ukraine. Oh. They are bombing Ukraine now. Kiev and the rest, they have stood their ground. They said Russia planned to capture Ukraine within 2 days. Now, it has lasted for more than 5 days now. Right? Last, even if it lasts for 10 days or 1 week, 1 month or what have you, there is something I have also figured out. The reaction of the rest of the world to this Ukraine and the reaction of the rest of the world to, when it comes to war, to Arab world and Africa. Now this Ukraine gave me the idea better. As they are bombing Ukraine, as they have told us now that more than 120 civilians have been confirmed killed, and thousands of Russian soldiers and Ukrainian soldiers have also died. Unverified figure yet, okay? Despite all of that, yeah, I found out that the money they will use to rebuild Ukraine, they've already put that aside as we are talking now. So the limited the damages, the better. But whatever the damages is, right, they are already in position of how they are going to reconstruct. And this is what I figured out. On our TV here in the UK, and when I was also like browsing through so many other TV, this broadcasting TV all over the world, CNN, TV France, there's this France 8 or something, right? BBC, Sky News, and the rest of them, they are all raging that there is war in Europe. Yeah, that somebody could be bombing Europe. And in their words, they are like, this is not Africa. This is not Afghanistan or Iraq. You see those images of things. Thank you very much. France 24, the English version, Al Jazeera, English. You browse through all of them. You will confirm what I'm telling you right now. Their reaction and their anger towards Putin right now, when the images of those blasts are showing up online, on TV, their presenters, they are saying, hey, how could this be happening? This is not Afghanistan. This is not Iraq. This is not Africa. How could anybody let Putin do this? Do you get that? But that means the only place that is ripe, the only place that are good for bombing, to rumble children, bombing children to pieces, bombing civilians, turning people to refugees. When they saw videos of Ukrainians who are going into different borders as refugees, as you are watching this video, they said over 890 Ukrainians are now refugees all across Europe right now. Not only your brothers and sisters are trying to cross the border, you know the story. Over almost 1 million. Ukraine is a country of 45 million, okay? Over 1 million in the last 5 days are now refugees. And to them, that's unacceptable. Oh, you need to let them in. Visa, they are even debating like, these are the people you love to be your neighbor. But you all remember the reaction of this same Europe, when the refugee from Afghanistan, refugee from Iraq, Syria, Iran, when they were crossed, nobody was saying, let them come. Everybody was like, no. You get what I mean? So back in Nigeria, where I found out that despite the bombing in Ukraine, all their rail line, all the new bridges they are going to build, all the new flats they are going to build, right? All the money for that, they already have the money. The entire Europe, they are ready to take all the Ukrainians in until this thing finish. But you and me, where do we fit in all of this? Possibly nowhere. So the politicians that did this to us in Nigeria, they don't deserve forgiveness. If you have, because look at it, look at it this way. When you look at some of the countries, they are already applying to be part of EU now. They are applying to be part of that NATO now. All the peace talk right now is not, all of us know the reason why Russia said they are fighting them. And the reason why many of you are siding with Russia or siding with Ukraine. Ukraine is an independent country. They should be able to make their own decision, rightly so. Russia is a nuclear country, and it's also one of the powerful countries in the world because they have nuclear head. In fact, they have more nuclear head than America, according to them, right? So then they have history with the West. They have history with with America. Yeah. So they told us this. Anyway, it's not they told us. You all know that it was this former Soviet Union country that formed. When they were still USSR, they formed a bloc that was to be sharing information, intel on science, technology, and all of that. That made the former USSR a world power. Okay, so because of the fear of what USSR could do, that was what gave birth to NATO. Okay. So NATO, which America is part of, they decided to say, well, they are going to always checkmate the USSR, which Russia is the head of it, okay? So history, this one is history now, okay? So when this Cuba missile, whatever war that led to the Cold War, when USSR, because they were so good, right? They decided to go and, establish a military base in Cuba so that they can put their own nuclear weapon and what have you very close, 90 miles from Florida. So that was a threat to America. America resisted it, and you all know that Cuba suffered it even to this day. And they said that's one of the reasons why America couldn't attack Cuba as small as, Cuba is to America. Long story, So fast forward to the 21st century, right? These free former Soviet countries, they are free to make their decisions and all of them, right? And they said, when the Cold War ended, that there is an unwritten agreement between Russia and America, that America will never bring their military close to the border of Russia. Now, wait till you read that, I'm not fighting all of you professionals, because some of you are really professionals in international, whatever, okay? But I stand to be corrected, okay? I stand to be corrected in all of this. So fast forward to 21st century. There is an attempt by Ukraine to join NATO. But why is Russia angry? Ukraine is not the only former Soviet Union or former Soviet member that is now part of NATO. There are those who are non-allied. There are those who are actually members of NATO. Poland is a member of NATO, I've been told. And I bet Poland was one of those areas annexed by USSR at the time. You remember? I don't know. And I've been told that there are a few countries who are former USSR who are part of NATO. So that statement that former USSR country agreed that they will never join NATO, that is not true. I found out. Anyway, America, they believe that if Ukraine join, America is going to, or NATO is going to come and set up their base in Ukraine, because they will be a member. Okay? But in all of that, again, I actually don't really want to make this about Ukraine and all that. But in all of that, we, back home who found ourselves in all these countries in Europe. If many of you actually know that if the politicians in Nigeria are sincere with you, honest, sincere, I'm not saying they should be saints. There's no saint politician or anything anywhere. Do you get what I mean now? But being sincere, patriotic to their country is always going to be what? Advantageous to their own citizens. Because look at it this way. Nigerians always look for excuses to leave Nigeria for things that they could get in Nigeria. Basic things like education, for example, right? You will see our people in different kind of all these European countries who are also struggling. When I say struggling, some of our people got there to find out. And when they found out, well, at least they have electricity. That is the only consolation that most people finally had to console themselves in living in many of these countries. You want to talk about the cold, the weather. You want to talk about the language barrier. You want to talk about the racism and so many other things that will never make you go there and say, I won't go study for Ukraine. If Obafemi Awolowo University is on a 24 hours electricity, you have access to the student support loans. You have access to this, access to that, things that help you in your own education. You know what I mean? Ukraine will not appeal to you. Maybe America, for the sake of saying you want to add you wanted to add it to your CV. So if you look at why people travel to all these countries from Nigeria, then you agree with me, right? That the politicians you have in that country, most of them from your tribe, from your region, from everywhere, people you know, speak your language, and the damages they done to Nigeria, that sent many of you, many of us to all over the world in order to face the conditions that are excruciating to explain. Some of you can tell your families back home what it feels like to live where you are living right now. Some of you are even waiting in these places where your progress have been so limited that some of you are now walking around how to get to another better one because Nigeria is a no-no. So how then do you get abroad and become and claim to be a patriotic Nigerian in this regard? That's the things I do ask myself going back to that Nigeria. Those in Nigeria, they don't really, it's a no love lost. For some of you who probably don't know, I should tell you. Just like the government you have in Nigeria, as well as the people in Nigeria, majority of them don't give a damn about you. In fact, the fact that you are living elsewhere and you have electricity alone will suddenly start making you feel like you are better than them. That is why when some of us talk about the rot that has contributed to the brain drain from Nigeria, that has also contributed greatly to the backward and then the backwardness of that country. When you try to talk about them, that is why those back in Nigeria, majority of them, they turn it into competition. Or is it because you are now living in Ukraine? Or is it because you are now living in London? Do you think you are better than us? Of course you are better than them. But they can be better too if they actually want to be better. Do you get what I mean? So they turn it into competition. Are you saying, no, I'm saying that if the criminals in Nigeria that you call your leaders, which have no respect for you or anyone, if they are doing the right thing, education is one of the easiest, or let me say, the massive route of a brain drain from Nigeria that has taken millions of young Nigerians out of Nigeria into so many unexplainable destinations all over the world, and it is not even helpful. When you live with your green passport, green. And when you get everywhere, they begin to treat you as one person from the green Niger. Abi? Education, something you can get from Unsuka, something you can get right there in Lagos, something you can get right there, all over the place. If what's really attracts young people to leave Nigeria wasn't really education. Education is just a sort of spring that people want to use. Imagine if you have a proper one. Imagine if you have electricity. Do you blame people who have never made any decision about how to generate your electricity or pay anyone to generate electricity for you? Do you blame them and then you praise the criminals who have expended the billions? Now, when you don't have such, the places that have them, they attract your people over. And then you are left with Keroma jelly, and the Keroma jellies are the majority. Or let me say they are in the majority. The ones they have weaponized. So think about how this affects all of us now. Think about it deeply. So when people say the rogues who are doing this, they are able to do this to you, to us, whether you are in Nigeria or you've left Nigeria, okay? If you are all allowed to express how you feel, right, you end up all agreeing that this is so wrong. Then what do? You do away with what is so wrong and start afresh. That is where the advice of getting a new constitution is the key into the easy breakup of Nigeria, and everybody can handle their own affair. And you realize that some of the countries that you are currently doing fasting and prayer for them to give you the visa to go to, some of them, they are not even better than Ekiti. If Ekiti is allowed to run as a Yoruba country, as a Yoruba region in Yoruba country, manned by the Yorubas, from the world, from the cradle, even to the zenith of it all. You have to try something you haven't tried before if you want to get the results you have never seen before. And that is exactly what prompted many of us to say, the reason why they are able to get away with so many things they are doing, the reason why you have been making, it has become a catch-22, for all of you for years and decades, that you can't be doing the same thing again and again and then expect a different result. But you all know that that is just a symptom of insanity. You can't do it again and again, right? And then expect a different result. As we are talking right now, Buhari hasn't said anything at all about what is going on in Ukraine. He hasn't even addressed the country to say, well, this is our plan. He's reading the news like the rest of you, while many of the parents in Nigeria who have no idea what the situation of their children will be. It's like right now, or what it's going to lead to eventually. They are out there protesting. They are there. Although they haven't started shooting them the tear gas as usual, okay? But Buhari is deaf, dumb, and then blind, possibly, as we speak. Now, America say make everybody they begin to evacuate Russia. I hope I won't be here someday to start talking about those who are now caught up in Russia, so to say. Because you see those back home, trust me, they say Nigeria population is that of highest of the youngest people. But it's so unfortunate that the oldest youth in Nigeria, who is trying to be their president, is actually a leader to some of them, so to say. Watch this. The oldest youth, the youth leader.
Being reviewed. It's not just a youth. It's a doubt. I'm begging you to tolerate and make peace part of your master plan. You be there, and yet I'll be a youth, and I'm a youth.
Did you hear the young people shouting youth leader, youth leader? Those are the young people that are also going to, they are the young people crying right now under Bokwari. But there's something I wanted you to notice. That oldest youth leader that is about to be the president of Nigeria. When I show Tifnumbu, the Jagawere, the Jaga bandits, or for the easy ones, the Ashiwaju Awatole, whatever works for you. All right. Sometimes you see, most time when I show or talk about him, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, our own ombud slaves and obedient fools, they don't see the message. They don't get it. What they see is that why are you you know, you this bastard, you this Maiyegun, you are a Yoruba, you know, that's all they can see. But can you see what I am saying? The other day, I don't know if you remember this. Let me see if I still have it. How many of you still remember this in Kano last year?
Managing Director, Foundation.
I don't know how many of you will remember it. Let me show you again. Watch it again.
Managing Director, Foundation.
Right? Now, that's a sign of a man who is having serious health issue. Okay? Last year. So after that video, he traveled down to the US in order to have a surgical operation on the knees. When they finished with the operation, they flew him back to the UK, and he spent over 3 months in the UK to recover. You know the story. Now, showing that is just to say, who are those who are so confident that a sick man can actually help them in this perilous time if it is not about selfishness? Now, this is not about me, whether I like him or not. I don't hate him. There are people who tell you that they hate this person. Hate is a very strong word in my own book. And I don't just use it anyhow. I won't say I hate you because I don't like you. Because like, the opposite of like is to dislike. All right? And I think the opposite of love should be hate. I don't know. But I just know that if I don't like you, that means I dislike you. And disliking you doesn't mean I hate you. Okay? It's not because I hate him, but look at him. But check the other video. We have been told since last year, in fact, for 2 years now, that Tifnumbu has been experiencing the early symptoms of Parkinson. Anything can see health as I am now. A health issue can happen that I can become incapacitated in some ways. All I have to do is to go and take care of myself. I don't have to be like, oh, my enemies are at work. If my enemy says they are the ones, may they go collect the medals. Put the medal on your neck and go onto the podium and take pictures. Okay? I don't have enemy. You can wish and do whatever it is. You get what I mean now? It can happen to anybody. They said he's been having the symptoms of Parkinson. It's so ironic, right? That Tifnumbu is 69. Is going to be 70. And Atifku is 86, 76 or something. So if Atifku become your president, Atifku will be 80 or 84 after he finish with your whatever. Do you now see the confusion in the midst of those who claim to be young people who would rather attack me for telling them, "Hey, now this person you won't give your future to. Buhari never teach you a lesson." Watch this again. Like I said, it is something to observe. And then you can tell that when you see people who are pushing for these people, you can tell as well that Nigeria ti baya àwọn èèyàn, ti ba ọpọlọ àwọn èèyàn ti jọba. It is not love. It is not care. It is not respect. If you go about pushing a sick man at all.
Being refused is not just a gift. It's a doubt. I'm begging you, I'm begging you to tolerate and make peace part of your master plan. You be there, and the I've been a youth, and I'm a youth. President, Governor, but you have to work for it. You have to demonstrate it. Charlie boy. What is it, Charlie boy? Say our mumu don't too much. Charlie boy, now your mumu not too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the tear gas if something way bad for issue. We just pray. They say our mumu done too much, our mumu done too much. You be mumu, they call other people mumu. They never show you say you be mumu. Nigeria is not for Desani. Nigeria is not for Charlie Boy. Nigeria is not for Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria is not for...
You be mumu, they call other people mumu. You say your mumu don't do, your mumu don't do, your mumu don't do. That's the person. That's not all. There's another one. The one that is a serial contester at Tifku. There are also young people there encouraging him. And he said something. He said, he will always get the PDP tickets. And Wike don't reply him. This is what he said. That God Wike kind of region like Atiku, you de crazy in it. We go show you when it is primary election, when we get to the primaries.
From Edo State.
Baba.
A courtesy visit to my boss.
When are you declaring, sir? The world is waiting for your declaration. When are you declaring, sir?
We will let you know now. We will give a formal announcement.
Are you confident that you are going to get a ticket for a party?
Have I ever failed to get the ticket?
Yes.
No, this time around, I want to know. Maybe you are so confident.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
Sir, they are talking about age. That the elderly people should allow youth to take over. What do you think to that?
Let the youth compete now. It's competition. It's democracy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And everybody competing now, because he knows that the youth are the ones that are running about. Because the youth want money. They want money. We are articulated morons, articulators, articulated bodyguards. But you didn't see Tifnumbu, that one that is talking, have I ever failed to get the PDP ticket? That one is 86 years, 76 years old or something. He's going to 80. That's the people you want to put your future in their hands, so to say. Tifnumbu is going to be 70. And you can tell, he should be in care home. He should be taking care of himself and his own health, right? And you as a young person, come on. What exactly is your goal in life? I know they have done so much damages to some of you right there in Nigeria, a lot. And the ignorance in Nigeria is mind-boggling. But I'm talking to you as a young person. Look around you. Eh? The people will not generate electricity for 60 years. People that couldn't build a working rail system in 60 years. Abba. The people that couldn't give or build a standard healthcare system in 60 years. You are a young person. Ask your papa, ask your mama. When they were your age, what was their goal? What goal? Or what were their goals when they were younger? What is your goal? Congo rice, Congo ewa. A bag of this, or maybe not a car they won't give you. I've been an APSA. What is your goal in life? The generation that couldn't even build an ordinary motorable road. 60 years, for God's sake. If your goal is to fight for them, I cannot judge you. Okay? But I can only tell you that wherever you choose, like your own parents, there will always be consequences. Okay? There will be consequences. So just make sure you think before you do. I know majority of those who are the Lagos, Abobaku, Shogbo, Almajiri, and the rest of those Facebook bandits, social media adsmen, and the rest of them, they are programmed to be that way. But you as a person, even if they don't pay you or they don't pay you, look around you. Just look around you. Do you not deserve a better life? Why do things that are so normal are now luxury to you? Ask yourselves. As we speak, the best of you have been kind of exported out of Nigeria. Just in 2021 alone, this country, United Kingdom, received over 7,000 qualified, experienced doctors, nurses from Nigeria. 7,500. That's staggering for a country that is struggling to spread healthcare among our own citizens, where you have where healthcare is a luxury to the majority of Nigerians as we speak. But when you have their small training, what do they do for you? What is the system all about? It is just to either destroy you in his own way, or you struggle through it and on your own, or eventually you will cave in and you will leave. 7,500 of Nigerian doctors, nurses, and the rest were imported to the UK, and they were given working visa straight away, permanent residency. And you are left with all those street corner chemists, all those CC chemists, those ones that are now diagnosing you of different kind of ailments and all of that, and killing many of you in the process. That's the damages of your choice. So make your choice, be sure of it, and then stand by it. And it's just so unfortunate that when the whole heaven comes, when the whole sky comes crashing, after you make your decisions, it doesn't just fall on you. It falls on those who probably never want to be part of this in the first place. So it's your choice. Choose your poison, they say, as we speak. So whether not the one with Parkinson or not the one where we say Syria contestants that you all know his track record as well, is your choice. Or you want to go for something better, do away with all of them. People said, how can people not be asking for a new constitution as a start, even for those who claim to want one Nigeria? How could you want one Nigeria in this kind of arrangement? A one Nigeria that says that every little opportunity we have, we start what is called the ethnic killings, tribal killings. Every opportunity we can get to kill ourselves, we don't waste the time. We know what keeps us divided is because of the forceful, the forceful marriage, so to say. The one that those who are in charge, who have been in charge of Nigeria, have failed to build on for decades now. 6 decades, 60 years. They have been unable to build on all these differences to bring us together and build a country. Rather, they built a pariah state, a killing field. No matter how much they tell you people that are killed in Ukraine, when you begin to pay attention to those killed in Nigeria daily, your heart will shrink, and then you get the picture of what I'm saying now. So why are those who said they love Nigeria and love the people of Nigeria, would not want to rescue it from the hands of those rogues that you have called the cabals in that place. Why is it so difficult that people can't really group to ask for that? And they are just beating about the bush. I said it is because a long time appeals would take a long and strong effort to diffuse before you can match the number of those that will resist and demand for something better, starting with the law book that was fraudulently forged, and they then put your name, my name, and our names on it. They said, we Nigerians, that is a fraud. That if you want things changed, if you don't want to end up as refugees in any part of the world you found yourself in now or in the future, the breakaway of Nigeria starts from the breakaway of that the fraudulent constitution. Is fraudulent. You didn't. There was no referendum. Nobody voted on that constitution. There was never a time that they asked us and say, we, the people of Nigeria. So we are working towards getting a consensus. And when people said, Maiyegun, don't include Showore in what you say, because Showore believe in one Nigeria. And I say, that's right. But if I do that, I will be just like what we are trying to condemn. Nigeria is a divisive place. People can pretend about this and it every time or all that, yeah? But the backwardness, the corruption, the killings, and the rest of everything that is going on in Nigeria, as much as they have done so well to underreport them, and at the same time to continue to also pressurize their country, their media from their citizens from talking about it in Nigeria. Nigeria is a divisive place. We know that. All right. And if you want to fix something, you have to figure out that you can't fix you can't make any theory or anything you have as a solution work if you are approaching it with also same divisive mindsets. These people are not good. These people are not, these ones are better. I trust this one, I don't trust this one, and the rest of them. So if you deal that way, you are not different from the same contraption, Nigeria, that you are possibly so tired of that you can't wait to get detached from. So MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I decided to make everybody or every group, everyone who has one objection or the other against the establishment or how it is currently structured, genuinely, to get a congregation, to have a congregation, a place where we can all congregate and at least listen to our own talks and our own worries, and at the same time prefer our own solution, a workable one. And on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I have achieved that. There's no point in me saying I'm trying to. I have achieved that. I'm only building on what I have achieved. On this platform, we have Showore. Showore personally believe in Biafra. Showore believe in Oduduwa Republic. But what he is telling you is that with this crop of rogues that you have now, with this crop of killers and murderers, deniers that you have right now, it will be a bloody hell of a battle, right? To even say you stand or you believe in Biafra or you believe in Yoruba nation, despite the fact that it is your right. But before you can actually be able to even promote it, to talk about it, you need a system that allows you to do that. And presently, it doesn't matter who is in charge of Nigeria. If you stand up for the division of Nigeria and you go out there to do that, they will hunt you down. They will do what they can. If they have to kill you, they will kill you. But what about taking power away from those who have that kind of reach and strength? And there's, you know what I mean? Take the power away from them and make it easier for yourselves to even have the conversation around Biafra, Yoruba nation, and every other nation that will eventually come out of Nigeria. And I love that idea. It simply means it's not against it. It's not because he doesn't have the power to protect the Biafrans. He believes in Biafra, but he doesn't have the power to protect them. He believes in the Yoruba nation. He doesn't have the power to protect them. Whatever other disagreement you might have, they are just purely kind of conversational. Let's say that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I disagree with you. Oh, I don't disagree with you. But does he even have the capacity to make that happen? No, he doesn't. But does he believe in what you are doing? Yes, he does. And that is somebody I want as a friend. Because until you are able to build that kind of consensus across board, I have been saying it many times without numbers. I said, hi, Maiyegun, the general. I am looking for a day before I die. I'm looking for a day where those who are standing for Biafra, those who are standing for Yoruba nation, those who are standing for revolution now, and every other person who is anti-establishment, those who are doing it with their mind and with their head and everything all together, those who don't believe in discrimination and all that. I am looking for a day when all of you will congregate together like this, worldwide, and shut things down to make things happen. Some of you don't want that, and you don't know that the moment you continue to try to treat people who are also victims of the system, if you continue to treat them as, no, they are not part of us. No, I don't want that. No, I don't trust this. Oh, I don't trust that. If you really want a liberation, if you mean it, yeah, and you believe that only people you trust that you are going to, or only the people you like, or people you believe you trust, and then those are the only people who can help you or your cause or the mission or what have you, then you are not ready. I am not in that category. I'm not leading any mission. I am somebody you can call your priests in the temple of truth. And as it is expected, in a temple like this, everybody is welcome because it is a melting pot for those who can tolerate one another, who can believe that they need one another. The moment everyone agrees that, the moment that kind of unison comes to life, the moment it comes to reality, my own goal in life, one of them, is achieved. Do you now see the difference? Why I will always welcome Showore and I will always support him. I will always welcome the Biafrans. I will always support them. I will always welcome my brethren, my Yoruba brothers and sisters. I will always support them. It's because as a meeting point, as a melting pot of those who knows that something is wrong with Nigeria and something needed to be done, until they come to that kind of agreement that is now alive, which I personally believe will make a lot of difference. So that's why I can't treat people by suspecting them, or I don't, that's not me. And like I did say, and I'll continue to say, right? Even you see this, my brothers and sisters, the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Unekaharis, the Ungoziaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humble slaves, including their aunties and uncles abroad, the premium Buhari idiots. I'm talking about the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, right? And all the clans of the cyberbarians, the Buhari idiots, the social media bandits, the Facebook adsmen. I always use my brothers, my sisters for them. They don't like me right now, and I don't like them. But guess what? I am still seeing them as the victim of a system that they are defending. When time comes, they will find their bearing. They will come back in. And guess what? As the chief priest of the temple of truth, right? My own mission my own mission is going to be what? It's going to be close to achievable. When all of us can say, oh boy, they don't deceive us for too long. I have been abusing Maiyegun for so long. I didn't know that I was wasting my time. People have been saying that to me already, but the number is still low. We want more. So therefore, when I talk about them, I don't see them as a lost cause, because until when everybody comes to that term, maybe not everybody, until when majority come to the term that a lot is wrong, and we must act, the path is waiting for us to tread. That's my belief. And that's why I said, the moment I get to that point that I see that happen in my own lifetime, I bet that we have done something for our own children. The battle is half won. Even if we don't achieve all we want to achieve in our lifetime, which is probably, under probability anyway. Even if you are not achieving that while you are alive, if we get to a point whereby everyone will believe that everything is wrong with Nigeria and we need to sit down and rearrange or discuss this. Let's discuss those who still want to be part of this, those who don't want to be part of it anymore, those who are like averse to it and the rest. Once we are able to get to that point, our children will likely not have to face what we faced. The future is bleak simply because you are living the future in the hands of the core loose. I don't really have much, I don't really have much power to actually command and say, hey, can't you see it? Oh, yes, you go to bed tonight. Oh, yeah, make you dream about what I've been telling you, make you feel so that you can act on it. But I'm not in a hurry. Yeah. So thank you very much, by the way, everyone, for your time. Sorry, I don't know. I've got this CGI. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I have poured my mind, I've poured my heart. I would love to hear from you, 1 or 2, 3 people or calls. Yes, and I'm thinking I should open the line, right? And I'm also thinking I should tell you and give you an update. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, on the fundraiser for Oloye Sunday Igboho, so far so good. If you check our give send go page, we have indeed crossed the we are close to the 50% of our fundraiser there. However, in total of what we have raised so far, it's been about 26,000 and 600 or so. That's what we have raised there so far. I'm not giving you the actual figure because that's not what I want to do now. Usually I will share the screen and I will keep breaking them down and all that. But that's actually not what I wanted to tell you. Okay. So today, as at this morning, right, I am now in possession of a total of 20,164 pounds as we speak. You see that your donation you are seeing on the screen. If you check the Give Send Go, okay, the Give Send Go, they have already remitted over 17,000. No, let's put it this: they have already remitted 16,844 pounds to me. So when you add that to the PayPal balance that we have, which is also 3,464, so that means we are currently over 20,000 pounds, which I have received as we speak, and I've warehoused. So no penny of that has been expended yet. So for the rest of this week, most of that money that you see on the screen or you see on that website on the link, most of it would have been remitted to me. So when it is time for me to let you know if what they take as their own platform percentage for withdrawal, I'll tell you. But as we speak, the one that they have paid to me means that that one is with us now. So we can all now kind of be happy that we have we have over 21,000 pounds in cash. I'll try and do a special broadcast on that possibly tomorrow in a way, okay? So, and the conversation with our legal team that will take this up in Benin Republic is also ongoing. We expect an update by this Friday. Not just that, we are also considering, I am going to get some investigators who are also going to be visiting Benin Republic. There's some penetration we need to do, okay? So we're going to commission them and they're going to start work soon, this March that we're going into. One other thing is to tell you this, that Oloye Sunday Igboho is really, really not happy when he heard that the intention is not to get him released. Remember I told you that they said for Igboho's safety, it is better for him to remain in prison Okay, there are others who said they've been working on getting an asylum for Igbo, so asylum in Benin Republic, but they don't know what really happened. That arrangement is not kind of working out, but is delayed. But while they are waiting on asylum, then they felt like if Igbo is released, Nigeria is going to kill him, or Nigeria is going to kidnap him, like they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So because of that, in the interest of Igbo's safety, yeah, is safe to remain in prison. Igbo is very, very upset when he heard that, because I asked him directly. I was like, "Are you aware?" They said, "You know, for your own safety, that you are aware of this." And I'm like, and he wasn't taking it. But the point there is that nothing is going to stop us from what we want to do. And let me tell you this, guys, we are not deceiving ourselves. Okay, on this issue, we know that it is not just the court that is going to free Igbo. We know that. Okay, so everything else that we will have to pull, yeah, every string we have to pull in this case, which I won't say much, but you'll begin to feel them very soon. You'll begin to see them. You'll begin to see all of this very soon. So every string that we need to pull, the people we need to pull out, the people we need to drag out, everyone right there in Benin Republic and even in Nigeria, we will drag them out. And wherever it will be, because according to Igbo, he never agreed with anyone to stay in prison in Benin Republic until after 2023 election. He is so angry. He is so upset with that. And in that regard, we have no issue. And one thing I told him is this, and I'm saying it to all of you right now, for the sake of those who have that strong trust and faith in Maiyegun to put together these resources that Maiyegun, whatever you think is right, we want you to do it. Do something and we will support it. And this is it. This is what we're about to do. I told him, I said, I don't know how many people will try to talk to you or try to pressure you or what have you. I can tell. And you have confirmed that since this fundraiser started, so many people have become restless and they are uncomfortable because they have no idea or full knowledge or understanding of what we have in mind or what we want to do. And then you, Oloye, I hope you are not going to stand up tomorrow and then say, hey, please, so it was Maiyegun. It was Maiyegun that was just telling me to do this, So it was Maiyegun that was telling me to, he was forcing me to do. No, I was saying that to him today. Yes, I said that clearly because I know our people. Do you get that now? I am kind of too smart to be thrown under the bus of any kind of thing I get myself involved in. And that's somehow why you will never find my name with any kind of scandal. I am so blunt and straight to what I'm about, what I intend to do, so to say. And I said it to him. I don't know who is calling you. I don't know who is talking to you whenever I'm not. I don't know who are coming to you. Well, let me say this to you. If you wake up one day and you suddenly turn around to say, "Na Maiyegun," no, it's going to not really be cool. I said that, and I'm saying it publicly as well, because this is about the fight time. Do you get what I mean? We are about to launch a lot of unseen before rockets into Benin Republic political system, judicial system, the policing system, the prison system, and even their diplomatic system. And I would never possibly be the one to be like, hey, it was Maiyegun. We said they shouldn't do anything. I've been told that there are a few times that people have always wanted to organize and go to Benin Republic and, organize a mass protest there. Get all the communities, Yoruba communities in Benin Republic. Let them react. There are Yoruba Obas who are reacting to the Igbo's arrest from the start. Suddenly we don't hear from them anymore. What happened? What, And I was told that whenever people said they want to go to Benin Republic, to show their whatever, that they are always like discouraged from doing so. They are always being told that no, don't do that, don't come to Benin, don't. You are, if you come now, you're going to destroy everything we are doing. We are already talking to Talon. We are already at disagreement. So because of that, people are unable to really go there. That's why everything is cold and quiet. Okay, so like I said, we are going to change all of that. We are going to change all of that. Like I said, it's not just about lawyers. Okay, but we have to start from that law, so that if any of our people is targeted or arrested, we are not going to start saying, hey, where did they come? Hey, let us go and look for which lawyer can help us. Oh, no. The moment we go. When we say go, it's a go. So everyone who is going to be involved in, they must have that legal protection. Legal protection first. And we are saying we need your support. All of you who have been working around the clock, day and night for months, trying to get this Oloye Sunday Igboho issue resolved. Yorubas, non-Yorubas, all of you, okay? We say thank you to you. We need your help. We want you to support us, not to sabotage us, okay? We are not in any way coming for you or anything, okay? We want Igboho out. Igboho himself wants Igboho out. Do you understand that now? And that's exactly what we are going to attempt, all right? And we hope we are not going to face a lot of sabotage from people who are supposed to support us, okay? So thank you very much. Should I take calls for this last half an hour? Would you want to call in for the next half an hour? My tea is dry. I'm almost drinking my tea bag now. So would you want me to open the line and we have one or two calls just before we go tonight? Anyway, would you? I'm going to read the comments. The number is on your screen anyway. It's a WhatsApp call, okay? So if I see yes, like 3-4 yeses, then I'm going to take a quick break, refill my cup, and I'll take a few calls for your contribution or add-on to the conversation tonight, okay? So thank you very much. Yeah, some are already saying yes. All right. Now, what we're going to do now is that I'm going to ask us to do me one favor, okay? Like the video, okay? Take a minute and like that video. If you haven't shared it, share it now. If this is your first time on MaiyegunsDiary Politico on YouTube, right? You can subscribe, all right? Set your notification on. And when I get back, we will continue, okay? Thank you very much. I'll be back.
Oh, there. Oh, ma, busy line in the. Yes. Hey.
London, when we send the message sorry WhatsApp, we say, but their account number come. King Sansi Keba, me say that one. We move donate that one. Oh, me like to donate.
Okay, ma. Mama shema. Mama check number in she gets. Mawa reply message she gets in see. Our work out. Boya mark we in you, boya work it out, ma. Yes, ma. God bless you. Yes.
It's not that I'm not educated, but
no, it can be complicated though. Ma, it's not about being educated.
We computer skill no, but I want mommy to sing to see. Sing to see.
Okay, ma. I'll get back to you. My dad report back when you want on. God bless you, ma. Yes, ma. So that's one of the lovers of Oloye Sunday that wants to donate. She's finding it difficult to use all the links. Yeah, but we'll get that covered at some point. Okay, I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good evening.
Hello,
Good evening.
Baba. How are you?
I'm okay. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So,
yeah,
you're live.
Yeah. Thank you for your job. Thank you for everything, Maiyegun. God bless you.
Amen, Baba.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
In fact, the lecture you gave today, let me say the sermon you gave today is exactly what I'm saying. I just had a discussion with somebody today because people were saying, look at the way they're treating Africans. But I asked that my fellow brother, I said, how do we treat each other in Africa? About me, for example, now, if you know me, you know my family, you know my brothers, you know the way they treat, as you see the way we treat each other, that we don't respect each other. When I come outside, you treat me the same way.
Of course.
Am I lying? That's why I keep saying, Africa, wake up, learn from all these things. I'm not saying we should be putting our mouths where we're not supposed to be putting it. Because you used to do something, said Nigeria will happen to us anywhere.
Wherever we are.
People share that one you create. People share that one bother there. It's Nigeria not happening to them. Brother, your wisdom will never die, man.
Me, Baba. Thank you.
So let us start trying to work together, even if we don't like each other. You see, this Western world we are talking, what we talk about. I don't support them, but they don't like each other, but they still always try to work with each other alike. Why can't we try and formulate this kind of habit? Even if I don't like Maiyegun, for the benefit of the people we are representing, let us try and work together and make this happen.
We can respect our differences. It's a normal thing. We don't all have to agree. You know what I mean? It's just be like, man, I wish you were raised for Yoruba nation. But it's not. It's a revolution. I respect that. Oh, how does Showore see me? Oh, Maiyegun supports Yoruba nation. It's not in support of one Nigeria. Oh, I respect that too. But how can we all get what we want? If we don't have respect for our differences, right?
Exactly.
If we don't, how do we fight and get anything out of there when we are divided? That's the point.
That's the difference between we and the Westerners and the white people, Baba. I'm telling you the truth. No matter how much these white people don't like each other, they still always find a way to work things out.
That's right.
They'll still work for their people. Let's start forming this habit. If I like it, brings out something.
I told people, I said, if for more yellow show, despite the fact that I know say I don't get voters card,
and I've told people I don't believe in your what have you, yeah. If Showore approach me for the support and say, Maiyegun, I'm raising fund, I will tell all of you on this platform because there are Showore friends here who have donated thousands towards this Igbo money. I've seen some of their names. They are for revolution now. They are not for Yoruba nation. No. I've seen many Biafrans who have donated towards this Igbo. Yeah. And that is what I want to achieve on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Until one day, a central kind of support can come that is in a bigger form, yeah, that we have Biafrans, Yorubas, Kwarara fans, Revolution Now, this youth, that youth, a big kind of movement that can get rid of all these canker worms or these scavengers.
Thank you, Maiyegun. I mean, you know, and all these men, they've really done a big damage on everybody's side. When I mean mental, like I mean, for God's sake, like I used to tell people, I'm not supporting West, I'm not supporting Russia, I'm not supporting anybody. They're all wrong, you know. For, people are saying, Putin, we won't put someone like Putin in Nigeria. You won't put someone like Putin in Nigeria, okay? That means you've got to use your tyrant people.
They have no idea.
Your tyrant people.
Oh.
You are talking about somebody. Okay, people have been protesting. Some people have been arrested. Is that the kind of leader you want?
Thousands, thousands arrested. They have been picked up and been locked up already. In Russia,
that are protesting that we don't want war. That only have a war with their placards. Who are arrested?
We have seen all
that's
those
the kind of leader you want in Africa or in Nigeria. Let us wake up for Africa. It's like we don't even know what democracy is. Maybe we don't even know what human rights is. We don't even know. We are far away from it. We need to start waking up. It's true. Man, we need to start waking up and start killing the human rights.
Thank you so much, Baba.
Human rights. I might not like your idea, but I will respect your idea. I'll still respect you.
We just have to learn how to see. People are always talking about trust. I said, trust is a two-sided coin. If you don't trust people, how do you want them to trust you? If you don't respect people, how do you want them to respect you? All these things are two-way. You know what I mean?
Yes. Look at the economy of Russia before this war. Russia economy was not even good before.
It's not really that good, I know.
It's not. But even my currency in South Africa is better than ruble. I'm telling you, before the war. So what are you talking about? You're talking about somebody who has all the money that Russia has been making. He militarized that country.
Yeah, that's their business anyway. I mean, let me take another call, Baba.
Baba, thank you, Daddy.
Get to that part. I mean, one by one, people will understand, and then hopefully we'll make up the number we need, the number of intelligent people, critical thinkers. In a large number, will make a lot of difference. Trust me. Hello.
Hello, good night, Ekale, Ekubadu, báwo everything?
Ẹ̀kú àsìkò yìí dáadáa ni báwo ni?
Irene. So first question, Baba, I'm not commending you. I've commended you more than enough. No time.
First question.
You've been always asking us questions. I have one question for you. Do you believe if, because I'm discussing on top of the chat on tech, do you believe if we go back to Ishembaye, like all those olden days? I just want to know your view about it.
Right.
Like if we have a president right now and this president have to go back to our olden days stuff in this 2022, right? That before you go inside your office, you have to swear to Ogun or Batala, Ifa, or Rumila, and stuff like that. Like, would it be better off? Nigeria would be better off.
So
one
the question is, I want to
direct
what it's for me, and I bet so many people who are watching me right now are taking the question as theirs, okay? So you're asking me, do I believe that if we go back to the olden days of holding our public office holder responsible, like using the traditional ways of swearing them in, if that will make any difference?
In 2022.
In this 2022, the answer is no, I don't believe.
Thank you.
And I will tell you why. I was expecting to say why, so that I can tell you.
You don't even know.
Okay, I'll let you continue then. Okay, me, it's no. I don't believe.
Because I will divert you. I don't want to spend too much.
Go on.
Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on that, right? I just want to know your opinion.
Yes.
My own opinion, I think we have similar opinion on that. It's not going to work. Forget it. No. The Germans, the UK, the British, the Americans, they don't have any buy all those. So it's not like I don't believe in it, but those things have gone with time. Well, I mean, it's a thing of bygone because all our obas,
you know one thing is, you know one thing, right? Anything that is not physical can be manipulated. Okay, so you see, if they say if you steal money, you will go to jail for 30 years. Now that law is clear and stated. Now you as a president, they can't say you steal money. The first thing is that there is a law that allows them to even find out that you stole money when you are still president. There is law that says you have to step down. Now, if you follow all of that,
rule of law,
you get what I mean? Now, if you follow all of that, and that president ended up in jail, in handcuffs and all of that, no president will come after that and say nothing will happen to me if I steal anything. Because the whole country will just erupt. That is what is missing in Nigeria. If you use Ogun, Oja, everything, bring all of them in. As you are leaving that ceremony, the people that brought all those Ogun, Oya, they are just people who are managing them, Abi. They also know Ayinike, Ayinipada. And if the money is good,
thank you.
When you do all the public swearing, they will carry all the Ogun Oya, everything inside the room. They will do the 82. They will do everything. That's
one of the problems Nigeria has till today. There is no rule of law. In German, they say Petran is good, but control is better. What does it mean? It means like I trust you, but even though I still trust you that you will do your work, we give you this contract, we will still control you. Are you really doing it? Is it up to standard? Are you doing the right thing? That aside, I don't want to deliberate too much on that. Because in this 20th century, exactly, thank you, sir. We still make this mistake of comparing Putin and Buhari. Please, let's stop this, please. Please, let's just stop this. God is talking about people are protesting in Moscow against the war in Ukraine. Nobody loves it. Nobody is happy about it. Even today in Cone, let's be Rosenmontag. It means a day after Carnival where everybody come on the street and enjoy themselves. Today was just a sad day in Cone. Everybody were on the streets with different kind of placards and saying, end to this war, we don't want war and all those kind of things. But in what sense am I saying this comparison? In the sense of our last caller who talked about people are protesting, they are arresting them in the hundreds. But excuse me, arrest is different from killing. Lekki toll gates. These guys were protesting peacefully. You guys, army, military, in Moscow it was police who came to arrest. And that arrest was not even rough handling or whatever or beating. Never. They show it on the Western news, we see everything. It's different from Lekki. Our own stuff, our own Bukwari is a bastard. Declare massive. I mean, let's just forget it. The governor of Lagos State, all these people are just bastards. Don't let's compare our country with all this. We should stop this. We are not on the same level. We are not on the Ukraine that is even under war, under siege. Still have internet. They still have electricity supply. They still have all basic amenities like water and normal things, even though they are under war. So please, let's just stop this comparison. And let's focus. If we want to make our own country better, let's do it. And stop this comparison of Nigeria and Moscow, Nigeria and Ukraine. We are not on the same level. We have bigger economy, but we are performing less. We are still performing less. Below percentage, right? So now, okay, well, don't let me go too far again. Let me just end this call and give some people, because I want to listen to Princess Balogo. We have the discussion going up there. And I want to listen. I wish you can pick a call. Because you have a question.
You know how this thing works, to be fair, right? The moment you are dropping, whoever's call is on the screen is what I take. Sometimes I feel like I want to hear those, those vibes as well. But I do miss them, but I just follow my protocol. When you drop now, the next person is just going to be the next person waiting there. Baba? But yeah, hopefully Princess will join tonight before we go.
Yeah, let me just leave it.
Do you know that you actually, probably they use jazz for about the one where you talks about going back tradition, going back to the olden days. So I have Princess right now as next. So let me take a call.
Okay, let me take it.
Ciao. Ciao. So, Princess. You see, one thing I love is that some of you you keep all your profile picture. Should I call it profile picture on WhatsApp? So it's easier for me to identify my usual caller. So, Princess, somebody was talking about you earlier. They said they want to hear your own opinion on this, man.
On what?
Got answer, you
On
know.
Ogun Adeshango.
I mean, could say I hear you, but I shall say they won't hear you.
Ogun Adeshango tó wà ní Ogun Adeshango wà ní museum ní UK. Ó pa ó lọ́wọ́. Ogun wà ní Germany náà.
Okay, some people believe like Ogun búra fún wọn ni. Some people will say that with so much confidence. Ogun
wèrè wo Bàbá Ṣàngó gan ò ní kúrò mẹ́ẹ̀ kó tó gbowó lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú pé wo àmọ́ ilẹ̀kùn ní wá rí inú àríta.
Ṣé pé Bàbá Ṣàngó gan pẹ̀lú Jesse pẹ̀lú everything yẹn. Bàbá Ṣàngó máa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tax everybody ń bẹ̀ kan pé má worry o.
Káwọn èèyàn máa get it instead o Maiyegun kọ́ máa lọ́wọ́ bàǹtẹ́ lọ Ukraine o. English lọ gbé dání lọ́hùn you know. English ló wà lọ́wọ́ wọn lo òyìnbó. Kò yẹ tàtàkùbùlà tẹ fi ń pò kété tẹ fi ń pẹ mọ́ ń bí. Wọn kò ṣì dànù. Wọn kò ṣì ràn wá. I was hoping to talk about this Ukraine and America kind of thing. I told you the last time I called that they will paint Putin the new Hitler, you know, the modern day Hitler, and they will use their media like the Bayeje. That's exactly what they are doing right now. Because somebody said Sheyi Broccoli
showing us that here in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, Sheyi Broccoli said something like, "We need police like America." Yeah, I was going to ask her something. I said I would ask her when I call in. Does she have any idea what Americans did in Laos, in Vietnam, in Iraq? What they did in Cuba, in Panama, in Libya, what they are doing presently in Syria. Who is going to sanction America for that? See, in the place of oppression, there will always be resistance. So
that's right.
If Putin is resisting all this BS, excuse me, from the United States, why not? If they call Putin entering Ukraine as an invasion, as America been liberating the countries I just mentioned. When Ukraine was bombing Donetsk, a community that is Russian populated, did their media bring it out? When people were dying, we know we are last on the food chain here. Africans are last on the food chain, and the earlier we know that, the better for us. They believe they should save. Yes, they believe they should save the purest of the race or of the race before saving Africans. See, Africa, but the I will save an African before saving any pig anywhere. I say it and I will say it and I will say it over and over again. They have brought division to you guys. Yeah. They've been able to partition you, you know, change your language, steal your heritage. You know, when your identity is stolen, you don't have anything anymore.
That's your life.
How see, Maiyegun, if we do not fight this out in this generation, if we do not stop this tyranny, this fascism, if we do not stop it in this generation, in this Nigeria, our children, they've lost the battle. You know why? Do you know why, Maiyegun? Because these kids are watching us.
Yeah.
You know, they are watching us. They are looking at the way we've been able to weather the situation. You know, we didn't say much about it. We are not talking about it. They increase fuel, we buy. They don't give us power. You know, we generate our own power. They don't give you water. You get borrow 900,000. You still treat it yourself. So, our parents will die. Why should we not do the same? They will not fight it if we don't fight it in this generation. They won't. láṣẹ wò pé àwọn kan ló ń jẹ bread cake bread níwájú wa yìí náà kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ táwa ń tọ́ ń sìn cake bread la fi ń tọ́ wọn ìgbésí ayé wọn easy gan wọn ò ní jà so táwọn ò bá ti rí ìjà nísìn we will be deceiving ourselves.
We are done for.
Atiku tó dẹ̀ wá tó lóye they always refuse him. Atiku lives in Dubai.
Yes.
Atiku is just coming to his farm, you know, like a farm to control the country home and go back to wherever it is he would like to go back to. If we are stupid, yes, some of us will pay for the stupidity of others. But then, if you feel Ashiwaju in a working society, Ashiwaju is meant to be in prison.
As number one. And if you are being generous, it should be in care home.
Baba Maiyegun, you're just being nice.
That's what I'm saying. If you are being generous,
yeah,
you put him in a care home. Yeah.
Okay, bàbá tó dá wàhálà Uchu and Tutsile tó import àdáwọlé kò bẹ́kọ̀ àbí kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ ó wà lẹ́wọ̀n báyìí ó ju àwọn aṣíwájú yìí lọ náà. Ṣèbọn mu ní France ó wá tó fi mu ní náà. He's in prison at the moment. He's older than all these sort of bitches. And sorry for that. You know? Ó wà lẹ́wọ̀n báyìí. So, I've told you earlier, Maiyegun, when you deal with shameless people, the level of frustration they will take you would be like 3, 4, 5 steps ahead.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? When you deal with people like that, that's what they will give you. And I want to tell people that are saying, Putin, they've been able to brainwash you, change your perception about the whole situation.
Fake news about this Ukraine.
Putin is not a joker. Have you heard anything about Satan? Putin is Satan. What? Satan is a nuclear weapon that can go around the earth and be dropping nukes everywhere, all the way. And the world, the earth, this earth we are in will not survive. It will function after everybody is dead or every living thing after it is dead.
Who would then
we go evaporate. If we go evaporate, finish, if everything does die, in another 60 years, 9 person go enter this world where radiation no go kill them. Satan J in hand. Ṣé gbogbo hero como Maria ó jọmọ comfort orí yẹn á pé Putin gbogbo propaganda tó gbé wá fún lórí CNN it is all fake news. Sky News, fake news. They've been able to render Russia useless. They've been able to economy wo ló wà láyé tẹ́lẹ̀. We all know how money works. People should not be stupid and nigh on idiocy. We all know how money works. Jenny, you come about, Kini come about. Germany bari owo, to bari gas to ship, Sheko Nirani. Jenny is the commissioning. They are the commissioning their nuclear plants. That's why they are not getting enough energy. That's why they will be needing natural gas from Russia, and it will be inexpensive. Clement to the £1,000 waffle, the last €1,000 waffle. Toba split.
Of course. No,
this war, you all go pay for it.
We are getting ready. This
is the media has been able to change your perception. Ukraine is the David. Kiniko is the Goliath kill you there. Goliath, our Toby. Jesu yato. Akiri Jesu lo shakiri shore o ko shofe local government to aleko. Goliath yẹn wá dúró be àti jẹ́ ko la un loko lórí torí pé kò gbọ́ láyé tó kọ́kọ́ wá. Maiyegun jare. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa. Ó ṣì táwọn America ṣe Syria ta ló fẹ́ expansion one thing. Don't jalè me rape àwọn èèyàn Afghanistan kí ló lọ ṣe ńbẹ̀. Panama kí ló ṣe ńbẹ̀. Cuba kí ló ṣe ńbẹ̀. Iran tó gbé ẹrù òkè àwọn nínú òkè àwọn surrender kí ló padà lọ ṣe ní Iran.
So
about that, Roger, I can't wait. Uncle, you have stupid lori kini. Opinion, everybody counts, you know.
It does.
But it's always very good to look deeper into things and not let the mainstream media bring bullshit to you. Why is the mainstream media not bringing up what is happening in Southern Kaduna to the world? Because they have you where they want you, where they all want you.
Exactly.
All right, Jerry Baba.
Okay, nice night, Princess. Thank you so much, man. Now, that's where we are going to draw the curtains, okay? This is us tonight. I wish I could take more calls, okay? But we will do that some other time. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. The callers, the commenters, the sharers, the likers, the subscribers, all of you who took your time with me tonight. I'm saying thank you. So if you haven't really liked the video, as usual, yeah, like it before you go. And when I come back again some other time, yeah, we will continue our conversation on what we think is also trending or rage. I mean, reign, so to say. So thank you very much. And I'm going to see you some other time. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.